Hey, this is Christine, your DIY craftaholic. Welcome back to those who are returning, and if you are new, welcome as well. Today, this video is a part of the quick change challenge, which I'll talk more about. So without further ado, let's jump into the video. So I got this Easter decor from my 89-cent store, and it was a little bit too pink for me, so I decided, and it's all done. I mean, why fix it if it's not broken? I believe it's a very, very cute design. So I'm just flipping it around, and I'm using the reverse side, and I painted that with some acrylic white paint and then allowed that to dry. And then this is a piece of a panel from one of the Dollar Tree crates, and I just painted that with some apple barrel yellow. And once I had that painted and dried with my heat gun, I cut this little mini picture for summer from the back of the Dollar Tree calendar, trimmed it down, and then just glued that on top of the panel. And then I just centered it on the fence and glued it in. And I took off sunflower. Yes, Sarah, this is yours. Sunflower. I took a sunflower and I glued that on top. And I got this I got this roll of ribbon from the Dollar Tree. I made a small bow. And that little piece of mesh is one of the mesh ribbon from Dollar Tree. I just snipped off a little piece, and here I'm just gonna glue the ribbon right on top of that. I thought that the tag on the board needed a little bit more spoofing up, so I just took the hot glue gun and just ran a bead of hot glue right around it. Now for the other side, I flipped it around, and as you saw me removing the original moss that was there, I took this pack of reindeer moss and I just glued some on, trimmed it down, and this side is done. Nothing else needs to be done to this side. And our little reversible sign is complete. Now about the challenge, quick change challenge, as I said, hosted by Teresa B, and her guest host this month is Sarah from Sunflower and DIYing. I leave their channel links in the description box below, so be sure to check them out. Now on to DIY number 2. Here I had these close pegs or close pins that I had pulled apart and glued together for a project that fell apart. So I took a roll of yarn and I started at the tip, and I glued on the yarn by just wrapping it as I go along, and I wrapped and I wrapped and I wrapped till I got about 1/4 of an inch remaining. And this is also jute twine, and I just took some of that, wrapped it around my finger and a few times, and then I just snipped the ends, and this is going to serve as the leaves or the carrot greens, just like you would have beet greens. So if you are returning to my channel, welcome home. If you are new or coming over from the playlist, welcome. Here on my channel I do DIYs on a budget, dupes, look for less, thrift flips, and sometimes occasional Dollar Tree hauls. If you love budget-friendly DIYs like these and have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing, and be sure to hit that notification bell, and if you hit it again and select all, you'll be notified by YouTube every time I upload a new video. And also be sure to like, share, comment, because I enjoy reading your comments, and it helps the YouTube algorithm to suggest my videos to more viewers like yourself. So now let's get back into the video. So I'm at the top of the carrots, and I'm kind of tightening or pulling on the yarn a little bit tighter just so it can be smaller as I wrap. And then I just snip off the end, glue that down, and this carrot is done. I made 6 of them. Now for DIY number 3, I am using this wooden box, and it's the outer part from those little decorative boxes from Dollar Tree, and I'm just using it to trace out the length that I need from this sheet of scrapbook paper. And once I had that traced out, I then use a roller cutter and cut that out, and then I used some Mod Podge to glue the paper on. And then I took the scissors and just opened the 4 corners, slit the 4 corners, and then just applied some Mod Podge and glued those on the inside. And then just use my sanding block to sand off the excess. This is a wooden plank from the Dollar Tree that comes in a pack of 6, and I just traced out a measurement of about 1 inch around our 4 sides. And I decided to use some school glue instead of the Mod Podge here, and then I just flipped that over, glued it down, used my brayer to smooth that out, slit the 4 corners, and then just applied some of the glue to the end, and this is all done. I then glued on 4 of those little wooden blocks at the 4 corners, and this is gonna serve as a stand. And then just applied some applied some glue to the base of the box and glued that on. And then I added my carrots for Easter. I was going to use this chalkboard tag from the Dollar Tree, but it was attached to the clothespin and I didn't want to remove it, so I made a tag and then just glued on a single clothespin. I bordered the tag with a gold marker and used a white chalk marker to write the word 50 cents. And these carrots are going for 50 cents each. Now this little bunny rabbit decor piece I got from this 89-cent store for 39 cents, and here I'm just cleaning it off, and I applied some hot glue back to the inside and glued the glass back in, and that's all I'm going to be doing to this little piece. So now that's gonna serve as my Easter decor, and this is holder from the Dollar Tree and a bag of potpourri. I just placed some on the inside with my candle stand, and that's it. Reversible, interchangeable, however you want to. Now on to the last DIY. I'm taking these 2 sheets of calendar pages and the inserts from the calendars, or the cardboard pieces from the calendars, and I'm going to be making a reversible sign. Or my thought was to use this to fill a space on the wall in my bathroom. But guys, this thing tested my patience. Oh boy, it did. But I decided to keep on going, pressing on. But trust me when I tell you, it tested my patience. So I took the glue stick and I applied it to the back of this one, and you see that rabbit sleeping so soundly. You wouldn't like to know how much trouble I went through. And as you saw, I crumbled it up because it just wasn't working. Thankfully I had another one, and I decided I was not going to make the same mistake. So rather than use the glue stick, I used the Mod Podge, and I applied that to the cardboard, and then just placed the sheet on top of it, and then used the brayer or the roller to smooth it out. And it worked. Well, that was not the end of it. So I flipped it over and I did it to the other side, and okay, I thought, yeah, I'm good now. So I took this ribbon from the Dollar Tree and decided to just place that around the borders or around the edges, just to give it some finished touch. But guys, it tested my patience. So here it's all done. Not my best project so far, but hey, it is what it is. So I took this ribbon. I don't remember where I got it, whether it was from my favorite store, which is the 89-cent store, or it was from the Dollar Tree. I don't remember. But I took the ribbon and I love how the green blended in with it, so I decided to add a little of the green. And I'm just making a bow for this side with the sleeping rabbit. And then I used some Velcro, and this I got from the hardware section at Dollar Store, and I just attached to the ribbons, and that is to make it easy to remove. When one side is being shown, the other side that's facing or laying on top of the wall will be flat. And then I took these two mesh ribbons from the Dollar Tree and I made a bow for the other side. Here I'm just adding a piece of jute twine for hanging. Then I added the Velcro to this ribbon just like I did for the other ribbon, and I just stuck that on there, and this is done. Now for the final reveal. Here it is on the wall, sleeping rabbit side or the Easter side, and this is the spring side. Now here is the reversible Easter and summertime decor piece. I love this one. This one is my favorite. Love how the colors blended in. And here is a summertime planter box with our candle holder. And here is the Easter with our little bunny rabbit and the carrots. Let me know which is your favorite, and don't forget to check out the host and guest host channel as well as the playlist in my description box below. And if you like content like this one, I suggest this video or this playlist. And stay safe until next time. Bye.